paid.
I think performers sometimes get tired of playing a role long before the public gets tired of seeing you do it.
Yeah,
I always think it's about 2 years later that the public are going to get tired of you.
Yeah, I think that's probably true, although the public expect to have as good a show as the first one, or as good a show as the best one every single time. And I think you get the best work out of doing new things.
So you're going to try and shock them in a new way?
Well, make them laugh more than last time, hopefully.
So you're not out really to shock or make them outraged. What are you seeking to do with the...
Just make it as exciting as the Pythons were. I mean, I remember watching the Pythons and being so disappointed when half an hour was over, because they really used the television set really well. Anything could happen. That's what we tried to do with the young ones. Tried to get 3 strands of sitcom, variety, and, say, review shows, and bang them all in together, so that you didn't know what to expect, really, so it's exciting.
Python was very surrealistic. The young ones, are they based on real people? I mean, it's your...
Yeah, I mean, they're grotesque, they're caricatures. I think it's a very traditional show, really. There's lots of slapstick, lots of shouting. It's a very traditionally British show. I mean, I think it's probably got similarities to the Crazy Gang as much as anything else.
Your character, that based on anybody you know, apart from yourself?
No, it's mainly me. I think I used to be like that when I was about 13 or so.
You weren't, were you?
Yeah, the whole thing started because I was up at Edinburgh in '79, and there were some really terrible poets on. Really, really crap they were. And, God, for anyone watching, you're crap. So I thought, just for fun, we wrote out some poems, and I just went out on stage and did them as straight as I could, and people started laughing, so I shouted at them to shut up, and that character just came out from inside.
Was that the show that was called Death on the Toilet?
No, that was Yes, I was responsible for that. Yes. No, that was at lunchtime we used to do that and make lots of money. Then we used to drink all day and then go on in the evening in a cabaret and just doing little turns, you know. Turn around, fall over, basically.
What kind of reaction have you had from your own parents?
Very supportive. Mum and Dad are both kind of drama-type people anyway. Mm. So they're happy as long as I'm happy, I think.
You don't get people stopping in the street to tell you they think you're a bad influence on the young?
No, I get people stopping me in the street and saying, "Oh, hello, you're Rik, aren't you?" And I turn around and say, "Hello," and they say, "Oh, they're really disappointed, you know, that I'm not
Because you don't
funny.
look like that all the time?
Yeah.
Do people expect you to go straight into the character the minute they meet you?
No, I think a lot of people think you actually are like that. It was even worse with Kevin Turvey, when I did a character called Kevin Turvey.
Yes, he was the investigative journalist, wasn't he?
Yeah, and people used to expect you to talk like this all the time, man. And they were really disappointed when Kevin wasn't real.
Where did you pick him up?
Well, I come from around that area. I mean, it's not based on any particular person. It's just it's an accent and a mood, I think, from Southwest Midlands.
Yeah, your parents, as you say, were in the dramatic business. You yourself, did you set out to be a straight actor?
I never really set out to be anything. I mean, I'm doing the only thing I can do. I can't drive. Don't know anything about engines or electricity or anything. It's all I can do is just walk around and have people laughing at me.
Oh, shame. Didn't you once play Shakespeare?
Yeah, but I got a laugh off every line by the end of the tour. Yeah, that was in '78. We did a 3-month tour of American Comedy of Errors, and I lost 2 stone while I was out there. Did about 88 performances in 3 months in America.
Yeah. How did you find America responded? Would you like to do what you're doing in America? Would you like to translate it, the young ones and those ideas, to an American audience or to a more international audience? Or do you think only a British audience would accept it?
I don't know. I think probably the American situation on American television is, from what I hear, is really, really restrictive. The moral majority and everything. It's very hard to even say bum, you know.
Well, you can't say it here either.
I know. Bam!
So, you can't say that.
So I think it probably wouldn't translate anyway. There's a different sense of humour. I mean, Australia, someone like that, I think it'd probably do very well.
Yeah. You seem to be attracted by the bad guys of comedy, by the Oliver Hardys rather than the Stan Laurels. Why is that?
It's just what makes me laugh, I think. I mean, I love W.C. Fields, people like that. It's the cruel ones, the ones that make me laugh. There's some theory that laughing is actually baring your teeth. It's like if you've got a pack of dogs, say, wild dogs this is, and one of them's ill, then they'll all snarl at that one to make him go away. And someone wrote somewhere that the laugh is a civilized snarl. When you see something or some member of society that you disapprove of, then you bare your teeth. I mean, there's no actual explanation for actually baring your teeth and laughing if it's not a civilized snarl, if it's not growling at some piece of illness to make it go away, something that might disease the pack. And so I think when you see someone fall over on a banana skin, everyone laughs as if to say, we're not the kind of people who fall over on banana skins. No, I think that's probably quite stupid.
Do you find young people tend to laugh at more cruel humour than older people?
No, I think young people have got a kind of livelier sense of humour, maybe. I mean, there's no insult to them, no insult to anybody. I think younger people have always been more responsive to more energetic new things, I suppose. I mean, look at rock and roll, you know.
You went into what is called the alternative comedy, which I know you don't much like that description.
Well, I don't think anybody does. I think that was invented by the press, really, just to compartmentalise us, which is a shame. I mean, everybody gets You've got the Not the 9 O'Clock News people, the Pythons, the Goons. It'd be good if you could somehow mix it all up. And if you had a sketch with Aid and Milligan, for example, or whoever, just mix it up more. It'd be nice to have the opportunity to work with other people. I worked with Cannon and Ball the other week, and that was just great fun. It was brilliant.
Why do you think that an older audience would be offended, as some of them were, by both the language and they claim to be disgusted by some of the stuff they saw on the young ones?
I'm sure they are. I mean, we certainly didn't set out that way. We just put in the stuff that made us laugh, and I think that's all we can do is just... If you're trying to work out what other people's sense of humour is and try and give them what they think they want.
True. You can't please all the people all the time. Now, you created 2 characters that I remember, probably you've created many more, but Kevin Turvey and Rik Mayall. Have you got another one sort of fermenting?
Well, in the 3rd series, I think we're all going to try and work out something that's more fundamental, more long-lasting, maybe. I mean, it'd be great to have something like, say, Hancock had a character of his own that was so near to himself, he was able to play that.
Well, would you like to set up a kind of little repertory company that would enable you to go on and run as long as Monty Python ran?
Yeah, but as I say, I'd like it to include every comic that's still around.
When you mature and become
as old as Tim.
Richard Mayall, or as old as Ian Botham.
Yes.
Yes.
Spotty.
Spotty, Ian Botham. I'm not going into the dressing room after this. Would you mind going into a situation comedy yourself? A kind of
not at all,
latter-day Richard Bryars.
Well, Felicity Kendall's in it. I'll go for it.
Yes, I don't mind.
Very sexist.
Rik Mayall, thank you.
Thank you, Terry.